Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel. Welcome back to another video. So the kids and I are outside. I'm actually gonna move my car. I'm in a parking space, but the person in front of me pulled out. So I'm gonna pull my car up so I can just pull through when it's time to
do it, Mom. Multitasking.
Well, I'm in a parking space, so that's all. Okay, let's get out. So I can just pull out when it's time to leave. So I'm at Target. I don't traditionally shop at Target, but I saw Catherine do a video from Do It on a Dime where she was showing, you know how on Amazon they have that wooden box where you can put your different Jackson, Bob. You can put your the different size Ziploc bags in. She said they had one at Target that was a Target brand. It was not wooden, it's paper box, but you can, if you don't tear the box up, you can buy new and refill that box. So I'm gonna come and see if they have it here. She said it was $12.99. So I thought I'd stop in here. And then I wanna actually see if they carry the Juvia brand lip color. I don't think they do. I think they only have it at Ulta, but I'm gonna give it a whirl, right? And those are the only two things that I came in Target to look for. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten anything today, and it's what, 12 something? 12:17. So I can't be in here long because I'm going to pick up something I don't need to eat. But I have figured out my issue with my weight. I believe that I figured it out. I'm going to have some lab work done next week, and I'm almost certain that I have figured out the issue. So we're going to go in here real quick. I'll get back home because there's some things I got to do. We'll chit chat about that in just a sec. Alrighty, you guys, so I'm home now. The kids and I did some stuff. I didn't film it because I was trying to move along and get things done pretty quickly. Not easily, but pretty quickly. I had to declutter my desk, which I did. I've got a big bag to go to shred. My light is not the best. I apologize for that, y'all. Big bag for shred. And then we moved my bed just a tiny bit. We didn't change the direction. We just moved it off that wall so that when I make it, I can actually go on the other side of the bed and pull the covers down instead of having to keep climbing on the bed. But I wanted to kind of update you guys. So here's what I have found out. I've been doing some research. I've been going to my doctor and getting her thoughts. And then, of course, now I'm going to the lifestyle person. And then I am going to, I have some blood work that has to be, some additional blood work that has to be done this week. I had some done, I think 2 weeks ago, a week ago, might have been a week ago, 2 weeks ago. I called my doctor and requested to have my thyroid checked. So we did that. It came back fine. So then I went in for an appointment. Then she referred me over to the lifestyle coach, which is, she's a doctor as well, but she does more of like the nutrition part. She's an internist as well. And then we chatted. We had a video meet, and then she recommended one test. And then she said, well, when she was looking through my chart, she recommended a couple other things. I have asked to have my cortisol checked. And here's why. I have had my cortisol checked one other time. This probably has been about 15 years ago or so because I had gained a ton of weight. And back then it was probably just eating, right? Of course, 100% it was eating and not moving. But this time, even when I did the 75 hard last time, I got like 36 days in. And then of course I got sick and caught COVID and had to stop and didn't, it took me, see, I got COVID in September. I was out really until November before I finally started to feel better. Then I caught a cold and I was sick again until December. And then just with cold symptoms, it wasn't a relapse of COVID. It was just, it took me a long time to get my life together, get my energy back. And then as I worked myself through the year, January until May, I was just doing, you know, a little bit here and there. Well, in May, I actually went full on into the 75 hard, and I packed on 14 pounds since from May to August. So June, July, August, 3 months, 14 pounds I gained. And I was working out every single day. One of the things I read, so I'm researching, trying to find a natural way to decrease my cortisol, and I'm figuring out how it has increased. The first thing is my age, perimenopausal, the amount of exercise that I was doing, no rest days, 75 straight days, an hour and a half every single day, strenuous activity, plus the walking threw my body into some type of craziness. The second thing they recommend to lower your cortisol level is to work out early in the day. Well, sometimes because of my schedule, I was getting home late and I had other things. I wasn't even starting some exercise until 10 o'clock at night. So they suggest not working out 2 to 3 hours before you're ready to go to bed. Well, that was the last thing I did before I went to bed. Then they suggest a specific amount of hours to sleep per night. And I was only getting, I average about 5.5 to 6 hours a night. Sometimes it's 4, sometimes it's 7. It just depends. But I average about 5 to 6 hours a night, which is not enough. And just there were some other things that I was looking at and reading, because it didn't even dawn on me until I was doing a Nadine West try-on video that I just looked horrible. And I look in the mirror and I see a thinner person. But I did that try-on video, and then I did another video. It was like a Goodwill dress with me video reel. And it literally is like somebody turned on the helium and I just ballooned. I mean, honestly, is what I feel like happened. If I look at my face from May till now, it was like, it's just like a balloon. And it's not natural. And I told the doctor, I said, I won't tell you that I eat perfectly every day, but I'm telling you that something is not right in my body. Now, here's my truth. I don't feel bad. I still have good energy. I'm doing all of the things I normally do. I'm not doing stuff because I feel bad. I don't feel sick. But I know my body, and I know that something is just not right. One of the places where I can grossly tell, or I can tell that has grown is my tummy. Of course, that's where I carry most of my weight. So my tummy is about twice the size it was in May. Of course, I'm drinking my water. So one of the things on 75 Hard, they say you could gain water weight because you're fully hydrated now. I get at minimum 64 ounces. Sometimes I get 100 ounces. I'm taking my supplements. My body is regular, but I'm still gaining weight. Now, since I finished the 75 Hard till today, I probably have had 5 or 6 bad eating days. And I stopped 75. I finished 75 Hard August the 5th. So we're now in September. Tomorrow will be the 5th. So about 30 days. I probably have about 5 bad eating days. And when I say bad eating days, it's just like I ate something I probably shouldn't have eaten or would not have normally eaten on my regular eating plan. And so, you know, I can't say that it is diet this time. This is just something is not right with my body. Now, as I'm telling you my journey, my suggestion to anybody, because somebody asked me on my channel the other day, they said, will you do a video on keto? So I can't, everybody's body is different, right? The best thing I can suggest, being a regular human, not a nutritionist, not a food person, not a doctor, not anything. What I did was I just Googled and I looked to try to find what might work for my body. And for 3.5 years, it worked perfectly. My friend Liv was reminding me that when I ate Whole30, I lost about 20 pounds, which taking me down to my lowest weight, 186. And now I'm back to 220. And so just in that time frame, I've gained back 34 pounds, which has only been about 4 or 5 months. And that should not be. But so the only thing that I can explain is that my cortisol level is just out of control. Again, I worked out for 116 straight days, 116. So I didn't stop just at the 75. I worked out 116 straight days before it dawned on me that I am round. I was looking at myself. I said, something is not right. I've even gone back and looked at pictures from May till the end of August, and it is so different. So she was going to order one test. Then she said, well, there's some other things I want to order as well. So I have to go on Thursday to get a few other things, like a full metabolic, all the things she said. And then we'll meet again. I've been tracking my food. Now, I went to South Carolina yesterday. And I went to South Carolina yesterday. I had 2 eggs. And I think I had a small potato. And that was all I had. And then I went to my grandma's house and she had fried some fish. And it's hard for me. She knows I eat a certain way, but my aunt was there. And it's hard for me to just tell her no because they were trying to be hospitable. I think the pieces of fish were about this big. And I had 2 little small pieces of fish, but 2 pieces of bread, which I don't eat bread. But I just was not going to say no to her. Because, you know, when you go to places and people are doing stuff, they want you to feel welcome. And so I just did that. And then my dad called and he said, hey, I'm leaving this place. Let me take you out to eat. So we ended up at Golden Corral because there's no other place. And that wasn't even in his town. We had to drive over close to where I could catch the highway. He said, well, we'll just go over here because this will put you right on the highway. And so I did. So I had a Caesar salad. I had a large Caesar salad, but then I had some popcorn shrimp on top. And I felt really bad about eating that. So right now, my food choices are hard for me because I don't know what to eat and what not to eat. And, but I weighed yesterday, I was 220.6. And then I weighed this morning because I had one yeast roll, and a few onion rings at Golden Corral, things I would not normally eat. And when I weighed this morning, I was just 220.8. So I only gained 0.2 ounces from yesterday, what I ate. Normally not my thing. Well, Jackson was talking about all you can eat wings over at Applebee's. And, you know, what the price was and everything. And I was like, okay, well, I didn't eat breakfast this morning. And I thought, okay, well, we can do lunch, you know, because I had some money for that. And Jackson was like, because I was like, I don't know. You know, I didn't eat well yesterday. I really don't want to, And he's like, Mom, if you don't feel good about it, let's not do it. And I didn't feel good about it. So I was like, okay, let me just research it a little bit more because I want to see how the wings are cooked. If they're not breaded, then I could have wings and no sauce, or I could have wings and the garlic Parmesan sauce, or, you know what I mean? I could just kind of figure my sauces out. And maybe where I wasn't eating, overeating. And then, so we decided not to do it. It just didn't make me feel comfortable. We came home, we had some stuff already pre-made. So it worked out fine where we were able to just use what we had. And it definitely worked out pretty well for us. So it wasn't a big problem. But I told the doctor, I said, I'm afraid to eat food right now. And that's a truth. I'm eating whole foods now. I had a potato today. Well, it wasn't even a whole potato. I had one yesterday. And I'm just trying to eat whole. And then I was going to start the 75 soft again. And she doesn't want me in the gym now. She said, Shakema, let's give your body time to rest. And I said, well, I'm just going to walk. So yesterday I walked. No, I didn't walk yesterday because I was on the road for 4 hours. And then I was at my dad's church for a couple hours. And then we went to eat. But Thursday, took Jackson to Taekwondo on Thursday. I walked. Thursday, I didn't walk. I walked Friday. That was the first day I had walked in like 10 days. Because I took 10 days off. And then Saturday, I did not walk because I was in South Carolina. This morning, because I have a friend coming over for dinner tonight because we didn't do it last night. I got up with the kids this morning and I went and did my 45-minute walk this morning. So my walk is done. Of course, my Apple Watch did not catch any of it. It did not catch any of, so that my exercise ring will close. And I swinging my arms and doing all the things. Has my steps, but it doesn't have anything moving on that little exercise thing. Eee! And I walked for 46 minutes actually. But it did not catch any of that. And I was walking at a I wasn't walking fast. I was walking at a leisurely pace for my hips. And because I haven't worked out I hadn't worked out the 10 days previous except Friday. So I'm easing my way back in. I got a little over 2 miles today, which was perfect for it to ease me back in. I'm not going to go back to the gym until I have had my meeting with the doctor to see what my labs are and to see how we need to move forward. So that is what I have just read and tried to go back in and figure out, because we think we're doing, doing so many things, but I think my hormones are off and it's throwing off my weight, even though I'm working out and doing my best to eat well. I would say 90% of the time I eat my plan. There's a couple times here and there, like even yesterday when I travel, sometimes it's harder for me to travel without having snacks because I feel a little queasy. So I'll stop and I'll get a bag of chips and I'll get something sweet and I'll have a diet drink and I'll go on my way. I didn't have anything on the road going. I didn't have anything on the road coming back, but I did go out to eat with my dad and I did have those 2 little pieces of fish with my grandma. They offered her, my aunt. I haven't seen my aunt in a long time. And she was there and she's like, Shakema, you want something? Just let me fix you something. I'm like, sure, okay, perfect. Now, my grandma knows I don't eat that type of stuff, but it was fine. They had fish, okra, and rice. And I said, well, I'll take a piece of fish. I didn't want the rice. And I didn't eat the okra because I'm not an okra person So I did that. But anyway, that is kind of where I am as far as that journey is concerned. And I know some people are following, so I wanted to just kind of update you guys on some research I had done. That none of that has been confirmed by the doctor, but that's just some personal research I have done. My hormones, I think, are just out of whack, right? And I think I threw them out of whack trying to do a good thing for my body. But I'm telling y'all, I was hurting every single day. I was struggling. And it's honestly like somebody just took a balloon and you know how that balloon blows up immediately is what I feel like. But when I look in the mirror, I still look like I did before. But in some of my pictures, like I don't even want to take pictures anymore because it's like, oh man, all the work that I did to lose 60+ pounds and now I'm half that back. And I just can't live this life. Now, I can't live the life of not working out. So for me, the best thing right now is to do the walking and to just walk 1 time a day, walk normal, and then control my calories. So I'm counting all my calories. I think so far today, I have had 200 and some calories. I still have 1,000 calories to get, and it's almost 6 p.m. just because I didn't eat breakfast this morning, no time. And then we've been around here doing stuff in the house. So I'm going to go in the kitchen and get some stuff started. For dinner, we're going to have sweet potatoes. Tonight is a sweet potato night because I have some in the pantry. So I want to use those. And my friend is bringing chicken. I also have some cauliflower in the crock pot. We're going to do like some cauliflower grits or something like that. I'm going to use some nutritional yeast because I'm not doing dairy. So no dairy. Haven't had, well, let me change that. I had dairy yesterday because I had the Caesar salad. So I did have a little Parmesan cheese on top, but I had not had dairy in weeks before that. And I'm not going to have any moving forward just to see, but I did wake up this morning and my stomach didn't feel well. I didn't feel well after having ate that yesterday because it's not traditionally what I eat, but I was with my dad. And I didn't want to offend, right? He was taking me out to eat just to spend a few moments with him after the service. I went to a service. There's a girl who was getting ordained as a pastor. She's starting a church. And I went to just go. But my dad always requires his ministry staff, which I'm included in when I go to South Carolina, to wear civic attire. So I'm standing in the back. I was not at practice the night before because I wasn't a part of the program. And so I'm standing in the back, and all of a sudden I hear my name, and I'm like, yes, sir, what do you need? And the expediter was not there and was running extremely late. And he's like, I'm going to use you as the expediter. You're going to do the program. And I'm like, oh, Lord, okay, Jesus, because I have never done that before in that realm of the importantness of the hour. I've spoken before, I've preached before, but I've never been the expediter. And so again, that was it was new for me to do that, but it was a good experience, good practice. Apostle Rogers came up later, and him and his nephew ended up at the same restaurant as my dad and I. And he said, Shakema, you did a good job. I'm proud of you. You know, because it's different there than it is where I go to church here. And we don't do some of the same things. So I'm kind of in two different worlds when it comes to doing events like that. But anyway, I'm jumping in the kitchen. It's 5:23. She will be here at 6. And I want to at least be partially done with my stuff, what I need to do. So I'm going to go cut some sweet potatoes up. We're going to throw them in the oven. And then I think I'm going to put them in some oil and fry them to get them nice and crispy. So anywho, thought you guys might want to hear a little bit of that update. Again, I'm working on it, and now I'm working with someone on it. So I did what I could do on my own, and now it was time to reach out for a little bit of help. I pray that by December the 1st, I will have some good progress. Alana asked me, what's my goal? My goal is to get back to the 206 that I was when I started the 75 hard in May. So that would be me losing 14 pounds by December 1st or December 31st, whichever one. So that's my goal. I'm not giving a long range goal to be under 200 pounds, but I do want to be back to where I started at least by December the 1st or the 31st before I jump into January 1st. So anywho, we'll see what the test results tell us. I'm trusting God, and I'm praying through all of it. God, you got to help me because I don't know how to do this on my own. And he's faithful. He always has been. So I take that and I just live that best life. So let me go into the kitchen and get some cooking done. All right, y'all. So I am in the kitchen. I've been doing a lot cooking. Got some dinner done. I've been doing some reels, cooking reels. I bought a hot plate so I could actually use this to do my cooking because it is so dark under here where my stove is. But I need to let it burn off, and I didn't have time for that. So I actually did 2 reels tonight. Well, just 1 reel. Actually, this is a this is like a breakfast hash. I don't know if you can see that really well, but that's sweet potato, red potato, spinach, turkey sausage. So like a breakfast hash. I didn't put any onions in. I didn't have any done, or any that I could get to at the time, and I didn't feel like cutting one up. And then I also did a fish chowder. This is tilapia, cauliflower, and spinach in that bowl. We got dishes washed. Jackson is having a shower for school tomorrow because we're back at it tomorrow, right? It's Labor Day today. I'm hot. I'm having another hot flash. Y'all pray for me because these hot flashes, they've been coming often. And, oh Lord. Okay, so I'm actually getting ready to start working in my office. My assistant worked for me today. It's really good to have somebody to work, but she's in training, right? Because she has never worked for me before, and I'm not a hard person to work for. She's just having to learn. Hold on, y'all. Oh, there we go. So I'm not a hard person to work for. She just has to learn YouTube, right? Because it's not something she does regularly. So I'm having to walk her through some things, which is fine because she's picking it up real quick. And so it's helping me out. Honestly, it's helping me so much. So I've got some receipts I need to scan. Working on a writing project that I'm trying to edit. I need to write her time down. She worked 2 hours today, and I did pay her for this. I already paid those 2 hours, so I have to just do a running total. 10 hours a week. 10 hours a month is what that's our agreement, is 10 hours a month, because that's what I was paying my other assistant, and I'm not paying any more than that, because I'm trying to, trying to break even, make it happen with what I make. But it was so easy the other night. I was trying to do a video, and I had to set a video, and she... sorry, one of my ladies, her grandbaby got bit by something and broke all out, and they had to end up taking her to the emergency room. So I was trying to respond back to that. But anyway, I went in to set a video last night, and she had already got my descriptions done. My tags were done. The only thing I had to do was tweak my title and post. So that is worth its weight, and really it's the same action over and over and over on every video. We did get one wire cross, but we actually got it fixed before it went live, so it worked out perfectly. And I really have had a lazy day. I've lazed around today. I haven't done a whole lot, but I am getting ready to do some YouTube stuff. So anywho, couple things. I've got a dentist appointment tomorrow. Thursday, I go for the blood work, and I'm really praying. I've been praying. My body is a temple of the Lord. By his stripes, I'm healed. There's something internal that is not well, right? There's something there. And I feel like those people who keep going to the doctor and saying, you're not listening, you're not listening, you're not listening, you're not. Because it's easy to tell me, well, you're not eating right, and that's why you're gaining weight. But I didn't go out to eat for three years. I did not go out. I did not eat out at all. Nowhere. We did not go any restaurants or anything. So now I feel like I'm on the back half saying, you're not listening to me. Something is not right here. But I feel good. Again, I don't feel bad. My body doesn't hurt. My hips, but that's been how it is. So prayerfully, something will show up on these next tests that she's going to run. And again, this is a referral. So I'm going from my primary to a referral to, I may end up at the endocrinologist. That I may just say, listen, let's just stop doing all these appointments here, because this is not helpful. Let's just go ahead and go to the endocrinologist and see if there's not something that they can tell me more than what you're saying. Not that they're not right, but I need to, it's been going on for a while now, and I need to get to the bottom of whatever it is. And I'm, again, not saying that I eat 100% clean all the time. I don't. But I'm having kind of trying to figure out what to eat, right? Don't eat fat, too high fat. Eat low fat. Nope. Eat high fat. Eat carbs. Don't eat carbs. Eat leafy greens. I think that's the only thing people can agree on. Eat leafy greens, but don't leave out your legumes. Okay, put your legumes in, but don't eat pasta, but eat whole wheat pasta. So I feel like I'm like in this space where nothing makes sense right now. That's okay. It's going to become clearer. And I just prayed. I said, God, I am not going to have any ailments. I'm not going to be ill. I'm not going to not have self-control and just lose my mind and eat things, because I have wanted to eat things today. I have wanted to lose myself in my feelings. I went to Walmart yesterday, and they have them little pecan pies at Walmart, and I love those. And they're 320 calories. And I walked over there. I flipped it over. I looked at the calories. I flipped it back over, and I went about my business and left it there. So I have self-control. Those are things that I'm praying. But I'm praying that the Lord would do a miracle in my body with whatever it is. It's unseen, right? And I just believe God. I was not down any this morning on the scale, but again, I've changed my eating again. So I've gone from keto to Whole30, because when I was on Whole30, I lost more weight than being on keto. So in that last little bit of time. So I'm still fluctuating here, trying to figure out the food. And I'm going to figure it out, right? I'm just asking. The Lord has helped me figure out so many things. Why not this? So I'm praying about that. I ordered some supplements. I was out of my magnesium. I haven't had that in quite a long while, but I have some other supplements that I take as well just to help with digestion. I have not had dairy. Well, I had dairy on Saturday, but I just had it on that Caesar salad. I had Parmesan cheese and the Caesar dressing. So whatever was in that counts as dairy. But I haven't had dairy outside of that in almost a week. I crave it. I love cheese. I still have cheese in my fridge. I'm trying to figure out a way that I could have it, but I'm not having it. And I'm not giving it away because I do that every time, right? And I keep wasting money. So if that's not the problem, I don't want to have to, I don't want to say, oh, I gave it away. It's not the problem. And then I have to go buy it again. So I didn't do that. But Jackson's getting ready for school tomorrow. I've got some work that I need to do, although I may not work. I may just go to bed and relax, which is what I probably need to do, is to go to bed. I figured out what that thing was on my budget sheet. I needed to order a new Apple Watch. So my Apple Watch, like today, right? And I was talking about this with some of my ladies, because sometimes it doesn't log in my exercise. It'll tell me no exercise. And I walked this morning for 45 minutes. I took the dog out. Jackson took a dog. I took a dog. We walked. He took the dogs back in, and I still walked another 20 minutes. So I did 45 minutes outside, and it has only logged 4 minutes. And sometimes when I go to log in my exercise, it'll just keep rotating. Or it will, it'll say it's counting, but it doesn't count. It just has like the little dashes, like I'm not even wearing it, and I'm wearing it. So I was very blessed. I knew somebody who had gotten a new one, and they said, hey, I got a new, because I had helped them do something get something. They had asked me some questions on keto, which I was happy to answer. It wasn't like, hey, if I answer your questions, you got to do this for me. But they had lost a large amount of weight. They messaged me on Facebook. They said, hey, I wanted to thank you for helping me. I've lost 70 pounds. I've got an old Apple Watch. I just bought a new one. Do you want this one? And I was like, oh, sure. I never had an Apple Watch before. And I think I've had this now a couple years. But it's not doing, like, it's not showing my rings closed. It's not showing any of those things. And I need that. So I need that for me. Even if I know I close my ring, I still like to go to my app and open it and see that closed ring on there, right? It's my motivation. So that's what it was. And my sister had went online. I was asking her, I was like, hey, y'all, her and a friend of mine were on a group chat. I was like, y'all, I need a new watch because this thing is lying. It's telling me I have not walked, and I know I was out there sweating. And because that's all the doctor wants me to do right now is just to walk. So I said, okay, I'm just going to walk, get the easy walk in. I'm trying to walk before 7 p.m. if I'm able. This morning, like I said, it was the holiday, so I didn't have school. So I was able to sleep in, but even with sleeping in, then I can go out and help walk dogs. The dogs will help me, right? If I go out and walk, even if they're walking, the kids, but I'm out there walking as well, it's helping me to get my metabolism up. I'm trying to eat every couple hours so that my metabolism is still moving. I'm still having a hard time getting my proteins in, and then it just hits you in the face. Meat, eat meat, eat meat, eat meat. But then if you eat meat and you don't eat veggies, well, you're not balanced. And, so again, it's still that rigmarole of trying to find the best things to eat. And it's frustrated me in the most recent past. So, anywho, I'm going to eat dinner. The house is quiet. It's like 7:34. We're watching the 11th season of Call the Midwife. That's on Netflix, so we're watching that. And I'm just going to chill. I've been doing some social media things. I'm going to wrap up this vlog and get this up. May not be exactly what y'all wanted to see, but it is what it is. We'll probably do a recap of the first week of school for Jackson. I'll get him to sit down and answer some questions and see how he, what he thinks about school and all that. But anyway, I'm going to pop out. I'm going to get myself together. My ears are ringing now. I'm going to get myself together, and I am going to get ready for work tomorrow. I'm at one of my schools tomorrow. I'm at my office on Wednesday, and then I'm back at my schools Thursday and Friday. I'm at my office on Wednesday, but that's one of my schools, right? And at one of the other schools, I have been able to secure a space where I can actually take my things and work and not have to sit in the teacher workroom. I was fine in there, but the principal came in the other day. He was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. We can, you know, probably find you a space to work." And it actually worked out very well. So I went in and it worked out famously. It was a beautiful situation. I may have to share that space. It's a classroom, so it's big enough. So I may have to share that space with a couple other travelers, people, but it's perfectly fine. There's plenty of tables in there for everybody to have their own table and chair, have their own stuff, right? Because I'm only here this day or this day. And so it just works out beautifully. I couldn't have asked for a better situation. So I'm very thankful for that. But anyway, like I said, I'm going to pop off from here and just chillax for the rest of the night. It's almost 8 o'clock. It's about 7:35. And we're going to bed super early because I'm tired. And I rested most of the day. Anyway, there it is. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye now.